Okay, good evening. Yeah, I'll be covering this chapter, solving linear equations. Yeah, from chapter 6. So basically, I will provide a few examples. Yeah, of the equation and how to solve it. Yeah. So let's start with question 1a. Let's say we have an equation that is x plus 2 equals to 0. So how do we normally solve this? We call it x equals to -2. Okay, how did we get x equals to -2? So to solve a linear equation, we must leave the x value at the one side, yeah, and the remaining of the work out at the other side. So to do this, the +2, we have to bring it over to the right hand side. So when you bring a positive value across an equal sign, then you will have the sign of the value will change, yeah, will change from positive to negative. That's why you have a -2, yeah. Okay, let's move to 1b. Let's see more examples, yeah. So 1b will say x minus 5 equals to -6. So now we have to solve x, yeah. So to solve x, we need to bring -5 to the right hand side because we want to leave x at the left hand side, yeah. So what we do is x equals to -6, okay, plus 5. So how do we do that? This is -5, right? So when you cross over to the right hand side, you will have -5. The sign will change to +5, yeah. So this is only involving plus and minus, okay. So we will look into questions that we have multiplication and division, yeah. So on this, we will have x equals to -1. Okay, now we move further. Let's see question 1c, yeah. Let's say 1c. 1c, we have 2x minus 5 equals to 1. So how do we solve this? We have to bring the -5 over to the right hand side, yeah. Okay, so that's the first step. So we have 2x equals to 1 plus 5. So why did the -5, when you bring it over to the right hand side, so you will have +5 because it's already cross over the equal sign, yeah. So the answer, continue from here, you have 2x equals to 6. So x equals to 6 divided by 2. Okay, so whenever you have a plus or minus, you cross over the equal sign, you will have to change the sign, yeah, from plus to minus, minus to plus. Then let's say you have a division, example like this, right? You have 2x. Let's say you want to cross over, so it have to be, this is multiply. When you cross over, it have to be divide, yeah. So that's how we solve such a question, yeah. Anyway, let's move to more examples so that we can cover more, yeah. So let's say 1d, we have 8 minus 3x equals to 2. How do we solve this? Okay, there's many ways to solve this. The easiest way is to change the x to a positive value. So to do that, what we can do is we move the -3x to the right hand side. Okay, 8 minus 2, this is +2, yeah. When you bring or cross over, you'll be -2. -3x you bring over, you'll be 3x. So what can we do next is we have to rearrange the equation. Yeah, so 6 equals to 3x. So rearrange means we make it 3x equals to 6, x equals to 6 divided by 3, so you have 2 as the answer. Okay, so this is our 1D. Let me start with 1D. Yeah, so let's say we have x minus 9 equals to 4. How do we solve this? Similarly, yeah, you will have to bring the 4 over. This equals to 4 plus 9. Why plus 9? Because we have minus 9. You have to, when you bring it over to the right hand side, crossing over the equal sign, you have to change the sign of the number. Yeah, so from minus 9 it become plus 9. Okay, so you will have x equals to 13. Okay, so let's say we have a question. Okay, I'll provide more examples here. So let's say we have 1, 2, 8. Yeah, where is 2 minus 3x equals to 11. So how do we solve this? We have a minus sign on here. Yeah, so this time around I'm not gonna change the negative 3x to the right hand side. I will remain the negative 3x at the left hand side. Yeah, so I'll show you another way to solve this. So what can we do is we bring negative 2 to the other side. 11 minus 2. Okay, so you have a 2. When you cross over from plus 2, you will get minus 2. Okay, so we have minus 3x equals to 9. So what we do next is, since this is a multiplication of the variable to the number, so what we have is, when you bring it over, you have to divide the minus 3. Okay, so we have minus 3 multiplying x. When you bring over, it will be divided. So x will be equals to minus 3. Okay, so let's move to another question. Let's say we have 2b. Yeah, let's say we have 5x plus 7 divided by 2 is equals to 5. How do we solve this? Okay, so this is something different. Yeah, so you have seen multiplication, one number to another. So now you are seeing a number being divided. Okay, so when a number being divided, what we normally do is we try to clear out the division part. Yeah, so to do that, so now this is being divided. When you bring it over to the equals, or cross over to the equal sign, so you have to multiply. Yeah, multiply the number. So you will have 5x plus 7 equals to 10. Okay, so next what you have is 5x equals to 10 minus 7, because we have plus 7, right? You have to bring it over to the right hand side. When you bring over to the right side, you will have to change the sign from plus 7 to minus 7. Okay, so next what we have is 5x equals to 3, so x equals to 3 over 5. So I've shown you, yeah, when this number is being multiplied, when you bring it over, it will be divide. Okay, so that's how we solve this equation. Okay, let's say we have another form of equation. Let's say our equation is in this form. Let's say our equation is x, set VC, yeah. So let x divided by 4 minus 1 equals to 3. How do we solve this? Okay, what you need to do is you have to bring the minus 1 over first, yeah. So what you will have is x divided by 4 will be equals to 3 plus 1. Okay, because you have a minus 1, you bring it over, yeah. So you will have a plus sign. Minus sign, you cross over the equal sign, you will have plus sign. Okay, so you will have x divided by 4 equals to 4. How do you solve this? Since this is dividing, so when you solve when a number is being divided, and you want to bring it over, cross over the equal sign, so you have to multiply. Okay, so it will be 4 times 4 will be x equals to 16. Okay, let me show you more examples. Yeah, so let's say we have another question. Draw side. So question, let's mark it as 3a. Yeah, let's say we have 2x minus 3 is equal to 3 times x minus 8. So to solve this, yeah, this is more like how to expand an algebraic equation. So how do we solve this? First, what we do is we expand the equation, yeah. So x minus 3 equals to 3x minus 8. Okay, next what we do, we try to shift those the variable, those with the variable of x to the location where you can make it positive, yeah. So in this case will be 2x, because you know when 2x you bring it over, it will be 3x minus 2x, and we will get x. So then we will have a positive value. Okay, so if you're bringing the x crossing over the equal sign at the right hand side, so what you need to do is you have to bring the number value, yeah, to the left hand side, so that we have the number at the left and the number with variable at the right, yeah. So to solve this, when you move a number across the equal sign, as I explained earlier, you have to make this as positive 8, yeah. You have to change the sign. So minus 3 is remaining at this position. So 2x will go the other side. 3x minus 2x. So we have 5 equals to x. So x will be equals to 5. Okay. Another way to do this, let's say we are not doing it at this, we are not shifting the 2x over the other side. Let's say we do it vice versa, yeah. We do it in a different way. Let's say we have 2x minus 3 equals to 3x minus 8. Let's say we repeat this step, yeah, in a different form. So instead of bringing 3x to the other side, we bring instead of bringing 2x to the other side, we bring 3x to this side. Then we'll see what will happen, yeah. And negative 3 to the other side. Okay, so to do this, we have a 2x. So 3x, when you cross over the equal sign, it will be minus 3x. So equals to negative 8. So negative 3, when you cross over the equal sign, you have plus 3. So you have minus x equals to minus 5. So this is minus x equals to minus 5. So we have to eliminate the minus sign, so divide or minus -1, so it will be equals to 5. So you see, it's just a different way of doing this, but the answer will still be the same as long as you did not make a mistake on how to use the rule. Means you understand clearly the algebraic rule, yeah, when you're crossing equals to an equal sign, so you will still come out the same answer. Okay, so this is an example I show you. Okay, let me show you another more advanced question for this. Yeah, let's say we have a 3b. Let's say the question is as such: 3x minus 3 divided by 4 equals to negative x minus 8 divided by 5. So how we solve this? Okay, as I explained earlier, yeah, let's say you have a fraction of a division in the denominator, so we have to eliminate the fraction. Yeah, how to do that? We cross multiply. Okay, so now this is the left hand side is divided by 4. When you shift over to the right hand side, it have to be multiply the whole thing. Yeah, similarly the 5, when you cross over to the left hand side, it will be multiplied. Yeah, so you have 5 multiplied by 3x minus 3 equals to negative x minus 8. So you have you expand out. Yeah, next you expand out. How to expand out? You multiply the 5 to the equation. Yeah, so you have 15 x minus 15 equals to minus x plus 8. So on this basis, what do? You move the x to the left hand side and you remove the number to the right hand side. Okay, when you move across the equal sign, what do you have? You have 15 plus x. Yeah, x you move over, 15x plus x equals to 8 plus 15. Okay, so you have 16x equals to 23. X will be equals to 23 divided by 16. Okay, so let's do one last question. Yeah, let's say we have a 3c and the question is drafted as such. Yeah, x divided by 2 minus 3 equals to 6x minus 3 over 2. Okay, for such question, there's a two way of doing this. First, what we do is we move all the numbers and variables, yeah, to the same side, and those numbers solely on the numbers to the right hand side. Yeah, so we write it as such. So how do we want to move this? Either way, you can move 3x over 2 to the right or 6x to the left. It's your choice. Yeah, but let's say you have a negative value. Let's say you work out either of the way. As example 3a, you still get the answer. Okay, so we always pick the easier way to do this. Yeah, so we try to move the 3x to the other side, because this is because we try to we want to make sure the x is a positive value. Yeah, so next what we do is we solve this as a partial fraction, solve this as a partial fraction. Okay, so we'll get negative 3 minus So this will be 3 times 2, yeah, will be 6 divided by 2, okay, equals to 6x times 2 will be 12x minus 3x divided by 2. Okay, since both are divided by 2, so you can actually cut off here from the left and right side. Okay, so you have this as negative 9 equals to 12x minus 3x, you will get 9x. So x will be equals to negative 1. Okay, we always put the x at the left-hand side. Let's say you are not solving as such, you are solving a different way. Let's say this at here. Let's say you change the way of organizing the equation, yeah. Instead of solving the partial fraction, you multiply up the number of 2. Okay, let's see whether we get the same answer. So you can use either one to multiply up. Maybe you multiply 2 to here, 2 to here, and 2 to here. Okay, so what we will get? Negative 3 minus 6 equals to 12x minus 6 minus 3x. So you have negative 9 equals to 9x. So x equals to negative 1. So you have the same answer. Okay, that's all for this subchapter, linear equation.